Yeah.
Any of you have friends out there that would like to, it's just their fantasy or whatever. They may not be a pro rider yet, but they want to come and learn from some pros, or they just come to town as a tourist. Man, what would it be like to ride with some cool people, or an artist or so forth? You have created such an incredible thing that has been needed in Nashville for so long. Come up here and tell us about it, Bob. By the way, thanks for sticking around.
Oh, you hat too. You got a hat.
All right, I'm Bob Ekman with Country Music Fantasy Camp. For the people close to the door over here, if you could let all the people that are talking out in the hallway, that we're giving away free fans, okay? Tony has them back here. Tony and Patty have free fans to everybody, so it's a little warm in here. Come on in.
So tell me about this also Music City thing that you have.
So,
Fantasy Camp.
So Country Music Fantasy Camp has been in the works for many years. And the first official camp is going to be a locals camp, actually a week from Sunday, July 28th and the 31st. And the basic elements of the camp, and remember, it is a fantasy. And the basic fantasy camp that starts, the bigger camps start in October, include a stay at the new, beautiful boutique hotel, The Dream. So people come into Nashville, they stay at The Dream, there is a reception, they meet their bandmates based on profile, we have a master of ceremonies, it's a big deal. The next day, we pack them up, and it's groups of 20, and we break them up into bands of 4 or 5, and we take them to Off the Road Studios in Franklin, which is a studio on Horse Ranch, and they write an original country music song in the morning and take a non-country song in the afternoon and turn it into a country song. Wonderful dinner that night. The next day, they're recording those 2 songs in one of the great studios in Berry Hill. We're using the Ruckus Room in Treasure Isle right now. Many of you may have recorded there. And that night, we have a private function in the George Jones Museum. And that's kind of uncommon for groups of 25 or 30 people. We'll have a live stage, so it's going to be kind of a jam session for everybody that's in the room. You don't necessarily have to have talent to do this. I'm proof of that. I actually did this for myself many years ago, and this is how much talent I have. And it was just a blast. So the very kind of the top of the cake, if you will, is the next day. You're actually performing those songs that you just recorded, and now you're performing on stage at Tootsie's Orchids Lounge for lunch the next day, while it's open. You're backed up by some of the best musicians in Nashville, along with great singer-songwriters. We have actually a couple here today. That being said, that's the big camp. Starting next Thursday, locally at the George Jones, we have this thing called Music City Daydream. And this is a abbreviated version of the big camp. It's $99. It's 2.5 hours. It's from noon to 2:30. It includes a barbecue lunch at the George Jones along the window overlooking the Cumberland River, as well as writing an original country music song in groups of 5 to 10. Right? You have a question?
Yeah, I have a question. So a lot of you out there are in the industry, right? Obviously. Okay, how many of your brothers and sisters, your cousins, whatever, what do you really do? What are you trying to do writing songs, right? What an opportunity. Come up and let them spend the day doing what you do every day. Right? Would that be a cool thing? And who are some of the people that would be the instructors?
Well, we have some amazing singer-songwriters. We have Steve Williams is a singer-songwriter that is going to be one of our coaches, Galen Griffin. We've got Billy Henderson. We've got the list. We've got Mackenzie Wasner and her father, Pete Wasner. We've got some just amazing singer-songwriters and some people that are still left to be announced that are even, have written amazing #1 hits. But getting back to that daydream just real quickly, it's Thursday, Friday, Saturdays, noon to 2:30. It's the kind of thing that if you're from Nashville, it's the kind of event that if people are visiting you and you're in the music business, they probably want to do something that you do or the business that you're in. You know, it's kind of like you may not do it on your own, but when people visit, that's something you may do with them. And so form a small group, come on out, and then you can also perform those songs live on the main stage at George Jones, which is actually a pretty cool thing. If you want to join them, the band that's actually going to be performing your song, you can. If you just want to watch and videotape and post it, you can do that too. We're also doing corporate, individual camps too. So for companies that want to do incentives, team building, that kind of thing, we can do that, and it's all customized for what you're trying to accomplish.
So your family members, bring them. I see you got the brochures right here.
Yeah, those are some fans right there.
There you go.
Right?
All right, man, thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So you think,
No, not at all. We're giving away 2 daydreams right here too.
Okay, we're going to give away 2 daydream packages. Has everyone put your card in here? It's almost time to give great stuff away. So the reps are giving